50 years ago, Kenyans had only confidence in their future. At last, British colonial rule was over. They were to be led by one of their own, President Jomo Kenyatta, and the nation was free to choose its own destiny. In his Independence Day speech, President Kenyatta made a pledge that has since been ingrained in every schoolchild's mind. The new government would, he said, eliminate three great scourges: poverty, ignorance and disease. Evans Kinyanjui remembers the day well. He was working then, his new barber's business was just getting started, but he heard and believed in Kenyatta's promise. For the former independence fighter who'd been imprisoned and tortured by the colonial authorities, freedom meant everything, and he carried his faith through the years he used to shave Kenyatta's successor, Daniel Arap Moi. But half a century on, the still impoverished veteran is disillusioned.
I feel bad. I fought for independence, but I haven't seen any benefits. There's nothing that has helped me. I used to cut Moi's hair. I begged for land for us, and he refused, so we parted ways.
At least there's been good progress in dealing with ignorance. Primary school education is now free, and although the quality of teaching has suffered under the load, literacy has improved and universities are booming. But disease remains stubbornly persistent. Campaigners say there are plenty of promises to fix the struggling healthcare system, but no clear way of meeting those commitments. Take a recent promise of free maternal care.
Yes, the president comes out and says this, but do we have really, a policy from government saying how this will work? And to my knowledge, there's no policy document.
So we seem to have this gap between what politicians promise and what they actually deliver. Of course, that's a common complaint the world over, but in Kenya it's become so entrenched that the entire political system has become dysfunctional.
People have been able to change the personalities who they think are not delivering. What they have not been able to do is to ensure that the succeeding people, the people who come after those, don't act like the other ones. So parliament after parliament, it has behaved the same, even when people are changed.
Back in his barber shop, Evans has given up any thoughts of retirement. The 82-year-old can't afford it. Kenya is a better place than it was, he says, but it isn't what he imagined. Peter Greste, Al Jazeera, Nairobi.